Winter day 16. Glucose takes a long time to burn, but fat disappears fast. The difficulty in losing fat should be correlated to the fact that glucose is harder to burn than fat. Directive: rethink which fuel burns cleaner. So glucose takes a long time to burn. So when you're eating carbohydrates and you're like, I'm gonna go exercise it off, work it off. Well, it actually takes a long time to burn. That's not that easy. So the problem isn't that fat is hard to burn. See, fat burns quickly. Okay, um, uh, carbohydrates are like one carbohydrate is like 4 calories. One fat is 9 calories, right? So you would think that's burning quickly, right? And so would I, except fat burns more quickly because once you're in fat burning, not burning glucose, your body has organized the glucose. It's just trying to sort it out first because it's incoming, and it's like I've got this incoming thing happening, and I got to deal with it first. If you turn that off a bit, slow it down, slow it down, slow it down. Even turn it off if you like that. Like me, I do like turning it off. Now my fat is what's up. My body's like, okay, so I don't have any exogenous incoming resources. I can now deal with what's happening endogenously. So I can start to create what I need in terms of my blood sugar endogenously because I've taken that glucose, I've stored it into glycogen, I've stored it into fat. I can make enough glucose if I need to. And that's really cool. Okay, so instead of glucogenesis, I get gluconeogenesis. I think there's a variation in the term, neoglucogenesis, gluconeogenesis, and I think there are other variations of how those terms are used, so, you know. Anyway, I think my point is that the body makes its own glucose. So, from within. Okay, so that being said, rethink which fuel burns cleaner, right? So, glucose is a short wick, right? Because it's something like less calories, right? And in fat, it's a longer wick because it's more calories. But in fact, you need to reverse this image and think fat is just short wick. It burns fast. It'll burn down quickly. Fat will disappear quick. And glucose is a longer wick. It's going to actually, because it's got a longer candle, it's going to take a long time to burn less glucose, right? Um, and so once you can shift your system from processing glucose, incoming glucose, to burning fat, then it's going to take it really quickly out of the organs and then from outside of you. So part of my stunt coming up is going to be something like, I'm kind of pre-recording these book sessions, but I'm going to be doing this on YouTube where I'm going to do long-term fast and I'm going to shrink myself down. So this is a bit of fun. I love what I'm doing, so I'm just going to have a good time with it. Okay. So the difficulty in losing fat should be correlated to the fact that glucose is harder to burn than fat. So if you think of it as harder to burn than fat, you can manage the supply, then you can burn down that fat a lot easier. Okay, so I'm getting off of all those carbs so my body can make its own glucose that it needs, and then I don't have this huge surplus of stored fat. Time to shrink it. Okay, have a nice day.